There's a 33-minute expose on Extra Emily called The Hate for Extra Emily. Like, guys, once again, I'll be real. Like, I mean, is Extra Emily annoying? Yes. Is she cringe? Yes. There's a lot worse people There's a lot worse people than Extra Emily on the internet. But I guess let's talk about the atrocities. I'll try to be as unbiased as I possibly can, but I mean, is she cringe? Yeah. Yeah.
Opinion, there are a number of components needed for you to be a successful so-called content creator, or in this case, a
Number one thing that helps you be a successful female content creator is being an Asian woman with loose legs, because if people think they have an opportunity to run through, they're definitely going to give you the collab. That's 100%.
Streamer. One of those components is most definitely content.
I want to remind you, Extra Emily has a death note where she talks about every streamer how long was his penis and how good was the sex.
To at least have something for people to watch, and it also has to be entertaining or engaging for your viewers, even though most sane people nowadays just put said content on their second monitor or in the background whilst they play a game.
Oh, trust me, I know, bro. My chat goes fucking dead because I'm on everybody's second monitor.
Or perform some mundane activity. And if you are one of those people that actually sits down and watches an entire 8-hour stream from start to finish without looking away, like you were binging your average Netflix slot, honestly, you have a problem. You are a psychopath, and you're probably not that far away from some Hannibal Lecter type shit.
No,
but even if people don't have eyes on your content all the time, you still have to create engaging content and moments, especially if you're a streamer, so that on the off chance they do pay attention to your stream, there's something happening. Or, so those moments can be clipped and circulated online, even if it is out of context and makes you look like an absolute buffoon.
If there's one thing I know about Minecraft, it's that I love mining caves. We got any miners in the chat?
No. This is probably...
I don't got any miners in my chat, but I do got diggers. And I hate diggers.
Why clip farming is popular among streamers, where in some cases they will do or say anything they can just to get a clip, even if it puts them in danger, or they are the butt of the joke. And even in some cases, they purposely set up the moments themselves, because depending on how bad you look in the clip, chances are people seeing that will probably turn up to your stream just to shit on you, which usually would be a bad thing, but nowadays it's more looked at like this is a person still engaging with your content, and it still counts as a view, and it inflates your viewership, so you're really only benefiting, excluding the death threats and slares they probably put in your chat. And
yeah, who cares? We get like 50 of those every single day, man. Every single time people type poggers or based or easy in my chat, it makes me rock hard.
You can't really hate streamers for doing this. It's the meta at this point, and it works so very well. However, another one of those components that I mentioned is that in one form or another, you have to be likable, which is a point I know not everyone will agree with, since you could refer to popular streamers like Rakai.
Voting on him.
A toda mi comunidad.
Justice, 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 justice.
Cállate, niño, anda, cállate, niño. Niño, cállate. Cállate, anda. Cállate, cállate.
What's my...
You know what the worst thing is? People aren't ready for the conversation where Rakai is better than the majority of streamers, because at least I know he's an unlikable piece of shit rather than a fake. Nothing about Rakai is fake at all. And there is a certain amount of respect I can have for him just being a little piece of shit and giving no fucks what people think about him. Or, hey, I would prefer that, so that way I know not to watch him rather than some fucking snake who sneaks their way into my life.
Worst feature, okay? Look at me, okay? Look at me.
The DMNT thing, bro, it gets me every time.
Yeah, you have to be likable in one way or another. Either people like your personality, how authentic you are, maybe even the energy you bring to your content. There has to be some reason people watch you. And this leads on to the topic of today's video, where a specific streamer that you could say incorporated at least one or two of the things I just described, especially the energy to say the least, but despite that has recently got quite a bit of hate, with the common critiques against them being they are fake, annoying, obnoxious, and even entitled. And that streamer's name is Extra Emily. And recently, down to quite a few controversies she's been involved in, the voices against her are more louder than ever, especially with allegations of viewbotting, a fan of hers censoring Reddit posts about her.
Alright, they're not allegations, okay? She's actually viewbotting, okay? But I want to make this very clear, so is everybody else on Twitch. And you might think, what about that one guy? No, either they're botting or someone's botting them. Everybody at the top is botting to some extent. Not 60%, not 30%, not 90%. Everybody.
And ruining a MrBeast event, on top of many other
That's why viewer count doesn't mean shit, because it's all fake.
Controversies that happened in the past, and the hate got so bad recently it led her to take a break from streaming.
It's just like, I just don't want to do it anymore.
Oh my god, she had to take a vacation. Oh my god. This is awful.
I don't know, like for now. Like, I just don't want to be on the internet anymore.
And the question we are going to attempt to answer today is, does she deserve said hate? But before we get into that, yes, it's that time again, you should be used to this by now. We always make sure you know the bowel movement history of the subject of these videos before we get into the main topic. But regardless, quickly, who is Extra Emily?
Mom, I'm not racist, right?
No, you're not. How come you're racist? We are Asian.
Extra Emily was
We can't be racist, we're Asian. Oh, okay.
born on January 16th, 1998. Not a lot is known about Emily in her earlier life except that she was academically talented and was skilled at playing the piano, of which even to this day she's still maintained that skill. Her first appearance on the internet was under
Sophia's better.
the name Lyric Pro 3000, where the main thing uploaded was music videos, commercials, sketches, and just in general videos that adult her would probably
What the
cringe at in the present day,
fuck
which
are
I cannot relate
those?
to in any way. However, most of her effort around this
What
time was
the
spent
fuck
studying.
are
In fact, she was so
those?
dedicated to her studies that she was featured on live TV for her local Chinese center that was opening its doors for other people to learn about the Chinese culture.
I think it's important to embrace my own culture and where I
What
came from.
is this?
When she graduated top of her class in high school, she moved on to college, attending Columbia University, studying financial engineering, which just attending is said to be both a feat in itself and very expensive. And towards her final year there, she would create the channel Extra Emily, and would start uploading content there in April of 2020, with said content mainly being vlogs and challenges, and a month later in May she would also give streaming on Twitch a try.
Bro, if you were to track my internet history, it's very wholesome. I was a little kid. I started when I was like 15 years old, and I used to wear a gorilla. This is real shit, by the way. I shit you not. I would wear a gorilla suit, and I would like transform into monkeys, or I would go into convenience stores and I would like buy bananas while dressed up as a big monkey. And then I would upload videos of like white girl twerk compilations. This is all real, by the way. And then I stopped for a little bit, and then I streamed Overwatch, and then all of my clips blew up on Overwatch. People don't know about that. And then I started making gotcha videos and told developers that I know more than them as a unemployed college student, and then people said, you know what, this guy's right. Anyways.
She would mainly stream Nintendo games, and those streams would then be edited and uploaded to her YouTube channel. Around the same time she was doing this, she would actually graduate with multiple awards, a 3.9 GPA, and with great distinction from university.
Oh, and then if you really dig deep, you can find videos of me wearing a witch outfit where I role play Shakespearean theater with my stuffed animals and my 2 cats. That's real. Those exist somewhere on the internet. But to be fair, those videos were for academic purposes only. Those were not what I wanted to make. Those were for academic purposes. Damn you, Magic Man. You know the quotes. That's so bad. That's so bad.
She even uploaded her virtual graduation to her YouTube channel because she couldn't attend in person due to COVID. After graduating, she would move to New York and get a job at Citibank working in the finance area whilst also still streaming in her spare time. She would keep this up for some time, building her audience up to around 100 viewers per stream, sometimes even more when fellow streamers like Nycro would regularly send their viewers to watch Emily. Around this time, Emily had a unique on-stream personality, to say the least. She was very energetic, carefree, overly positive, and often came off as one could say innocent and naive.
What the fuck? Okay, who is the real knitter? That's me! I am the best knitter in We Party U!
These on-stream characteristics would carry all the way to the present day,
My knitter.
although over the years more and more people would question how authentic this on-stream behaviour was, and it would be one of the main things people would criticise her for. Going back to 2021, Emily kept streaming to her tight-knit community. She was slowly growing, and she was somewhat well known within other communities like the Twitch speedrunning scene, but she was also getting noticed on other platforms like TikTok, where her usual on-stream antics were being clipped and uploaded, getting millions of views. Like when she got a camera and streamed the insides of both her belly button and ears. I don't know why, but
Oh, I thought that was somewhere else, and I was like, bro, what the fuck?
I feel like I have to censor this, or
Okay, well, that's at least better than what I thought she was doing there.
YouTube is gonna plow my asshole. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was at least one person in that stream with a belly button fetish feeling as though they had just found the holy grail of content. Another clip of hers that also went semi-viral is where she turned her stream into a classroom of sorts, creating lessons and recording the attendance of chatters. Around the start of 2022, she was getting more and more popular, mainly due to the variety of clips produced from her stream reaching more people, and it got to the point where other big streamers began taking notice of her and her usual shenanigans, which would also lead to her in February of 2022 landing a place on a popular streamers game show with thousands of people watching, with that streamer being Mizkiff and the show being Love or Host, where the point of the show was that there was usually one guy and multiple
It's actually hilarious how, like, when Extra Emily was supposed to join OTK and did join OTK, like, half the members just hated her ass, but didn't want to say anything because she had such high viewer count. And so they, like, begrudgingly let her into the org for, like, viewer count and viewer count alone. Making sure I'm not mentioned in this video. Oh, thank God we're safe.
Candidates, and the candidates had to persuade that one guy to choose them each round whilst eliminating others, and at the end it's revealed if the person chosen went with either Love or Host. If they chose Love, they would go on a date or something, but usually it just turned out they never spoke to each other ever again. But if the girl went with Host when they were chosen, their stream would be rated by thousands of viewers, and they would probably spam the play ad button to make 10 times their usual earnings. And to be honest, with a game show like this on Twitch, I'm surprised the Twitch CEO Dan Clancy didn't try and get involved. But with Emily's case, on the show, she was eliminated in the first few rounds of...
I'm telling you, bro, when the Dan Clancy Google Doc drops, I can't wait. So there I was at TwitchCon, and Dan Clancy approached me. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. And if you don't think it's going to happen, it's because you're ignorant.
Of which she was supposedly not too happy about.
Fuck you, Slick. How dare you eliminate me second round? Screw you and these cupcakes.
I really just don't like when streamer content is just being a complete fucking destructive retard. It is so annoying to me. It's like interesting to watch, like it's interesting to watch monkeys at a zoo, but like these content creators are like, oh, and for my content, I'm gonna blow up my room with fireworks. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm pissed.
However, even though she was eliminated early on in the show, her personality and antics was shown to thousands, and a lot of people liked her, which led to a significant jump in her own viewership, and it...
Well, is that what it was? Well, I don't know about that.
didn't stop there. She was invited to more shows, she interacted with bigger streamers, and halfway through 2022, she had jumped to averaging over 1,000 viewers per stream, all while still working a full-time job. But that actually wouldn't last much longer. In September of 2022, she would start a subathon, which is something streamers do where the more subs they get, the more that stream lasts, with each sub often extending the time of the subathon and how long they have the stream. Now, the most attractive part of a subathon is that the stream only ends when the subs stop rolling in, or when it's capped. Meaning in some cases, streams will last for days, weeks, or even months, with the streamer eating, sleeping, and overall just existing on stream. You know,
truly exhilarating content. What a joy to watch.
Emily maybe underestimated her audience quite a bit, because her subathon would stretch all the way to when she had to go back to work. So what did she do? Did she pause the subathon? Did she call in sick? No, she continued streaming whilst working from home, and her boss would see her streaming whilst she was supposed to be working and would subsequently fire her.
Actually hilarious. Worked out though.
Shows that I should be a streamer. Okay, because I literally streamed during work, and that's why I got fired. So, yeah, I mean, that's why. So, but yeah, thank you.
Now, a normal person
Very big Giga-based moment for that. I think that's W as fuck.
would probably contemplate ramming their toe into a wall with a toothpick, or maybe even panic because they had just lost such a big job down to no fault but their own. But not Emily. She would take this as some kind of otherworldly sign that she should put all of her effort into being a streamer.
To be fair, she's made millions of dollars. It absolutely worked out. I did the exact same thing where I just dropped out of college. I was like, I'm going to be a streamer. And hey, bro, it's worked out pretty damn well so far. I'm
gonna take it as like a sign from the universe that I'm meant to be a full-time streamer. Right, chat? So,
although I will say, God, it's so cringe watching this shit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
At the time, she was averaging well over 1,000 viewers, so arguably this wasn't that much of a risk. And
True.
even if it was, it paid off anyway, because from that point on, her popularity exploded. She was everywhere, collaborating with all the well-known streamers. In 2023, she joined the popular content creator org OTK.
Ooh, the death sentence of content creator orgs. Ooh, I don't know if we really want to be flexing that in big 2026, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know, man. That one did not age so well.
She ventured more into IRL content, which just made her even more popular because one, her personality fit it well, there was never really a dull moment, and two, it gave birth to clips like this, probably because of said personality.
Okay. Yes?
This is a family establishment. You're not allowed to put crack in the parking lot.
Oh, I'm cooking steak.
And this popularity would carry
That was a fake clip. Fun fact.
all the way to the present day, with her on-stream personality still being relatively the same. She still regularly collaborates with other streamers as well. She was even a teacher at Kai Cenat's Streamer University, and her audience has grown significantly since then. That is the basic story.
Well, did her audience grow, or is it the view bots? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know about all that.
Of how Extra Emily got to where she is today, but why is she now facing so much hate?
I'm gonna be watching Extra Emily funny moments until she's actually funny. Buckle your seatbelts, this could be a long one, and I
Oh god, I pray nobody ever does that to me. That's fucking, oh god, that's awful.
really don't want to do this.
So the thing that Extra Emily probably gets the most criticism for is how she acts on stream. From her voice to her overall energetic and happy behaviour, people just find it either very fake and think she's pulling a Saikuna, but obviously without these serious allegations and the fact she doesn't sound like Deku, she sounds more like Ureka or something, or they just find her conduct on stream very annoying to the point where some have renamed her from Extra Emily to Extra Annoying, and there is even now multiple compilations ranking her so-called cringiest moments.
Ranking the worst Extra Emily videos.
Thank you, chat, for 15,000 subs. I really appreciate it. I never ever thought that I would hit so many subs.
That is very cringe.
Her voice and attitude is so out there that even random strangers tell her to drop the act.
No, he's good. You can go ahead. You're good.
Okay, I'm gonna joke.
Take your time. You can do your real voice. You're not doing that. Do your real voice.
Nah, that's how she sound, bro. Oh God, yeah. That's how she talk 24/7, bro.
That's okay.
Now, Emily has responded to the allegation that she's fake and putting on an act multiple times. She usually says this is her actual voice and personality.
It's not.
But she does amplify it for her streams.
I am the same on stream than off stream, but like when I'm off stream, I like sleep. So then I'm not like as.
Nah, Extra Emily low key a bitch off stream, bro. Low key. Like I haven't gonna lie about it. I remember it was just me and Z. We were just talking casually, quiet as. We were watching Dune. Bro crashes the fuck out on us, man. Now, I don't know about all that.
It's crazy. Do you agree
I don't know
that
about
it's
all
like,
that.
like, amp?
I think you did.
Okay, I will say IRL streaming, I'm so courageous IRL streaming, and it's fun, so.
You use the word courageous, I use the word sociopathic.
Now, are you that off stream? Are you going to people and spanking their butts?
See, no. So I guess it is a little bit amplified, exaggerated, exactly.
She's also said that other streamers' communities say she's fake because their communities are so different and they aren't used to someone being so upbeat.
I saw like not a lot, but I saw like some comments that were like, oh, Emily's fake. But then I realized that the communities are so different. I mean, they literally play Counter-Strike and League of Legends, so they're probably not used to people that are happy and upbeat. So I'm like, maybe they just don't understand the concept of someone being like energetic and like upbeat. So then that's why they think that I'm fake. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna say who I am, and you can say who you are, okay? So you can call me fake all you want, but I just know that we're just different type of people.
Now there is an argument to be made that.
I mean, she is right. It's like Soda Poppin's chat where they assume anybody who's happy is being fake because Soda Poppin's a miserable cunt. And so his entire audience by proxy, they hate anybody who enjoys themselves. However, Extra Emily is just playing that shit up for content 100%.
Most streamers online don't act like their usual selves anyway, which is probably true for a lot of streamers. It's not like you know them personally, and if you think you do when the only contact you've had with them is by watching their streams, you may have a problem. But you can't really say for certain if Emily is just keeping up this persona on stream and off stream she's completely normal. But if this is all a complete LARP, fucking hell, well played to her. She's been consistent and committed to this bit for years since she first started streaming, even when people and other content creators have expressed how much they hate it. But this is a critique she's faced ever since she started streaming. This isn't a new thing. However, because of recent events, which we'll get into later, that opinion...
I still can't believe that the coup de grace was her just being retarded and leaking the ending to a MrBeast video. As if anybody gives a f. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god. The MrBeast fans are what put her in. That's crazy to me.
Is obviously being circulated a lot more, but the baby voice thing she does occasionally, yeah, that's definitely a laugh. I don't know why she does that.
That's
Another
so
thing
bad.
she also gets criticized for is not being the brightest bulb in certain situations, to say the least. Despite graduating from a prestigious school, but academic intelligence
College ain't do shit.
and practical intelligence are two different things. In fact, there are a range of other areas you can be lacking, but you can still be considered intelligent. In Emily's case, she lacks situational awareness, I guess, because for one, she is notoriously known in the streaming community as a terrible driver.
Well, yeah, considering the fact that she's broke the law 4 times on stream while driving, you think that she would be permabanned, but I guess we'll just wait until a streamer kills somebody on stream with their car before we do any bans. Yeah, that makes sense.
Chat. Oh! Did I just... Did you hear that? After the hill.
I'm gonna urine and we can get some.
Oh!
Emily, you just drove straight up.
I didn't see that!
Emily,
What?
would you like slow the down.
Would you like to slow down and move to the right lane? So
You were going 81.
Okay, now there's one lane.
170.
She has had multiple on-stream situations where she has either almost
Why don't you show where she ran the red light? Also, 81 in the 70s, not a big deal. Who cares?
crashed or has actually crashed, with some of them not even being
The real danger is her being an Asian female behind the wheel.
in a car.
On your left! Hello! Bing bong, on your left, thank you! Oh!
She's so fucking retarded.
Are you okay? Oh my god. Sorry. Are you okay?
You know, some people might make jokes about certain stereotypes here, but not me, because if I speak, I will be in very big trouble.
Hey, don't worry, I already said it for you, bro.
In big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble.
Emily has been banned on Twitch 2 times, and both were for being distracted whilst driving, with the most recent being in April of 20...
You should not only get a day to a week ban for breaking the fucking law on stream, when you being on stream was the main chalice to you, main conduit to you breaking the law. It should be 1 month to a year to perma, minimum.
25, when she ran a red light whilst looking at her chat.
That could have fucking killed somebody. There's no way this should have only been a 24-hour ban. That shit is retarded.
And then for some reason said that's normal for Austin, Texas, which did not help with the online backlash she received after this.
I better see all the pink. Yes, yes. What's this? Ah! Oh, okay, keep going. Okay, I'm stopping. In Austin, you know, like the stoplights here are really long.
Hi,
So
Emily.
usually I just go past.
So she admits publicly that she frequently breaks the law because the red lights take too long. Guys, she got banned for a day for that. I got banned for 2 weeks for calling Frogan fat. What the fuck are we doing here?
She only got banned for a day for this, by the way, which at this point is normal with Twitch's arbitrary banning system. But either way, I'm surprised that her license hasn't been taken away at this point, and that people still want to be in a car with her driving. But this lack of awareness also extends to one of these situations that occurred recently, where it was said that she ruined a MrBeast video, because MrBeast was running an event with a lot of streamers, and he wanted to pull a prank on the viewers by recreating each of their setups and appearing on each one of their streams whilst live, making it seem like MrBeast was jumping around the world visiting these streamers. And Emily was a part of this, and she was one of the first streamers to go live in the room, but none of the people watching her stream fell for it, and it didn't help that another streamer came onto her setup and the green screen was a bit messed up, just making it less believable, and she eventually just ends up spilling the beans to her chat.
You got me! Oh my god, I have so much to yap about! Yes, we are here to film the MrBeast Twitch video. It's 50 Twitchers, and I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're like stuck in a box or something.
She then completely gets rid of the green screen and...
What a fucking idiot. Every time I see more of this situation that I previously had her back in, because all of the publicly available data was not that bad, the more I see of how much she just completely obliterated this segment is disgusting.
starts walking
I've never seen the clip of her just actually saying that. What a fucking moron.
around the event, of which other streamers are a bit surprised she's streaming it.
Friend!
Hello!
Hi, Jody!
Hey!
Wait, where's your place? Was it over there?
I don't have a pod.
Oh, dang
Wait,
it.
this already, are you yeah, sorry, I didn't know if you were...
We can adapt our live.
Hell
But
yeah.
they said that we could go live.
But like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
And she even runs
You just, I mean, she actually just might be retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might you might be retarded. Fake degree. Well, I'm not gonna lie, guys. America just be handing out degrees to anybody who's not white and a male. I'm just gonna keep it 100%.
Into MrBeast, who also seems a bit surprised she's streaming and walking around.
Wow, it looked great, amazing.
How's it going, everybody?
There's
All right,
Jimmy.
well, try to keep it. Hey, you blew it, Emily.
Yeah,
For just
yeah.
a minute
Yeah,
until
yeah.
other people go live. Tell them to act like
I haven't
you're
been
there.
on live
Good
yet.
idea.
I'm heading.
Okay, we'll pretend like we don't know.
Okay.
Now, Emily quickly gets blamed for ruining the prank because one, she dropped the ball in like the first 5 minutes of her stream, and she was showing all the other setups, and two, people from her chat went to all the other people's chats and spread that it was all a prank, therefore ruining the surprise. Even in the MrBeast video, it highlights that she let the prank slip.
Are you live?
Yes.
You're live?
Yes.
Wait, it ruins everything. What are you?
For just a minute.
We had a leak. As time went on, word spread.
Emily then starts to get a lot of hate for ruining the prank, and it even got so bad that MrBeast pinned a comment on his video saying she shouldn't be getting the hate, which, if we are honest, probably did nothing. She would later
Guys, don't go shit on this person. That would be all. They don't give a fuck, bro. Hey, if chat wants to shit on somebody, they're gonna go do it. Don't matter what you say.
respond with her side saying she was told she could go
If anything, that encourages it.
live, and a producer said she could go outside in 10 minutes.
I knew I could go live. A producer told me I can go outside in 10 minutes. Someone literally said, Emily, you can IRL after 10 minutes on your desktop. And I was like, okay, bet.
This either means the producer is to blame, or maybe Emily misunderstood, or she was never told she could go outside. There's no proof of
I don't trust a damn word the chick with the penis death note says. I don't trust a goddamn word she says.
anything except a note that was on her PC telling her to go live, but didn't mention anything about walking around. There was a miscommunication somewhere, but I don't think any other streamer let the ball drop that early, and you could make the argument she should have had the awareness to know this was a prank, and it probably wasn't the best idea to go around showing everything. But in this instance, I don't think she was doing this on purpose and wanted to ruin the prank. It was just a genuine mistake on her side, and I don't think she deserved the amount of hate she got from this. The driving, on the other hand, yeah, the criticism is valid there. She needs to probably stop streaming whilst driving if that is causing these accidents, or maybe get some extra lessons, because it's happened way too much.
I believe that Emily should not be allowed to IRL in a car ever again. And I think that's so generous. Because realistically, I think she should be permabanned for frequently breaking the law while driving. Reckless endangerment, reckless driving, breaking the law, excessive speeding, breaking traffic lights. I believe she should be permabanned, but at the very minimum, she should never be allowed to stream while driving in a car ever again. At the very minimum.
At this point, and I dread to think what her driving is like off stream. Another thing Emily gets criticised for is that she is ungrateful, with the claim mainly being sourced from a situation around January of 2025. Remember how we just went over her lack of awareness? Yeah, that comes into play here as well, where on a stream in front of over 1,000 people, she openly admits to not wanting to pay back her parents for college, even though in her current situation, she could, and the amount she owes for college is around $170,000.
Nah, it's fine. The only reason they want me to pay it back is because I'm a streamer.
I don't think the normal child has the obligation to pay back their parents for college. However, when you find yourself in an opportunity where you easily could do so, I absolutely do feel like you should pay back your parents. If you are blessed enough to return the kindness of your parents, you can. However, I don't believe the average human being needs to do that. But if you find yourself becoming a multi-millionaire and then you choose not to, I think that speaks volumes.
Yeah, you should pay it back.
Because I didn't use my degree. So they're like, okay,
How much is it?
$170K.
You should pay it back.
I don't want to.
Oh,
I mean, I did pay them $10K, and then I was like, I'm over this. I don't want to pay anymore. No, they're fine.
Are you doing it kind of like almost out of spite because you're like, I don't want to because like I can, but I know that you guys don't need it?
Yes.
That's why you don't.
Yes, they don't need it. And I'm
You
like,
don't need it.
I'm just a bad daughter.
You are.
People around the same time also brought up
weird as fuck, not gonna lie.
a clip where her mom says they almost went broke putting her through college.
But I'm paying you back for college. Yes, that's right. That's necessary.
That's necessary?
Yeah, we almost broke because you went to the college. Go to the expensive one, yeah.
Obviously from the outside, this looks terrible, and yeah, she looks ungrateful.
Outside and inside, it looks fucking awful.
Her parents paid to put her through college, and even though she could pay them back, she doesn't want to, even when they supposedly wanted her to. And
because I know how much extra Emily has. She has at least 6 to 7 million in her savings. And good for her. She's a and she's a cheapskate, but she should absolutely pay her parents back. She easily has the ability to do so.
Even on the stream at the time, people called her out for this, and she starts getting really upset.
My parents are like overall really happy and think I'm a good daughter.
You are a great daughter.
I don't know.
In the aftermath off stream, in my opinion, she seemed more upset that she was getting criticised for this rather than the fault of her own actions.
Of course.
But soon after, she would make a statement saying she has paid her parents back now. The clip
She did.
of her parents saying they almost went broke is out of context. They are in fact doing fine financially, and that she's thankful people pointed this out to her.
She didn't pay him back, by the way. This is bullshit.
Obviously, people made the point that she probably wouldn't have done this if she wasn't getting shit for it.
She never did.
But at the end of the day, she supposedly paid them back and learned her lesson, so it's water under the bridge, right? No, the situation would get somewhat worse. When in May of the same year on stream, her dad supposedly jokingly asks if she's going to be paying back the tuition, and she eventually hangs up saying she doesn't want to be cancelled again.
You know, did you pay the tuition, your college tuition, back to us yet?
Yes!
This year?
Yes!
I never heard a mom say.
Dad, don't bring that up! I'm gonna get cancelled!
We want you to pay us back.
Yes!
Not get any burden or something.
I'm hanging up. It's all just jokes. I treat my parents well.
Now, this would cast some doubt if she ever actually paid them back.
She didn't. Mizgift told her to lie and to pretend that she did. She never did.
And it looks like she was more concerned that she was going to get cancelled more than anything else. But those things to the side, Emily made the situation worse by taking down a post by the Twitter page Yeet that reposted the clip, which some interpreted as Emily attempting to minimize the situation by abusing the DMCA system, which if it was her goal, did not work. Because taking down posts critical of you, especially by abusing the copyright system, always just makes you look worse. And it makes the situation more popular than it originally would have been, which is quite literally what happened in this situation. People were outraged she would do this, with one person even offering to help the person that had their post taken down if they wanted to escalate this legally, and others.
I think doing fake DMCA claims is probably the second worst thing she's ever done. You know what's crazy? The more I get reminded of everything she's done at once, the worse it actually is. You know, the fake DMCA, getting Sims to like remove any hate of her is like very cringe. Like, even if like somebody makes horrific videos on me, like, and I'll be real, like, so many motherfuckers make like these horrific cancellation videos on me. I have never copyright struck a single one of them. Never. One content creator lied and said that I did, which was a soul of an artist, but I actually never did that. He was retarded. He got confused because another creator copyright struck him and he just thought it was me. Yeah, I've never done that. And if anybody has the right to do so, I do. I'm well within my right. There are even dedicated hate channels who post video clips of me in horrific context and then put in false context in the descriptions, and I still will never copyright strike them. I don't care. You want to know why? Because here's the reality about hate. I'm not worried about hate videos. I'm not worried about like expose videos because one, it's very easy to know the truth. Just ask Grok. Very easy. If you ever want to know the truth about me, Grok it. Super easy. As well as it's always coming from the same people. And hate coming from the same side doesn't do anything. The only time hate ever does something is if it comes from a new side that was previously on your side, but then turns against you. That's the only time that ever matters. Like, no matter how many videos a Hassan Piker or a Mike from PA or a Denims or a Frogan makes on me, it's not going to affect me at all because, wow, the people who hate me still hate me? What a shock. It'll only do something if it's like new information. These people don't have anything on me, so they rehash the same bullshit over and over and over and over and over again, and they think it's going to do something, and it just doesn't. They're just failed attempts at trying to ruin me, and it's never going to fucking work. That's why it's cool with Hassan, because we have a new reason to shit on him every day. We don't have to rehash the same shit over and over and over and over again. Every day is a new reason to hate Hassan. It's beautiful.
Streamers began talking about it as well.
Can you do me next? Should I make a tweet? Like, goddamn. No, I'm not kidding, bro. I hate her. I don't care if it's one-sided beef. I hate fake people, bro.
She would respond to this, clarifying she's paying back her parents in installments, that within the clip her dad was joking with her, and that she did DMCA the post and didn't regret it, because it was supposedly promoting harassment of her. But
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's not how that works, bro.
People would quickly point out that's not how DMCA works. You can't just silence people criticizing you, even if their post does paint you in a bad light, and her doing this is counterintuitive because it's just going to cause even more hate and harassment. She would delete the tweet soon after, and I don't think there was ever a continuation to the situation situation or if she ever apologized. But yeah, this made her look very bad, and the criticism was valid. You can't just censor criticism, especially when it originates from your own fuck up. It never looks good, and it just makes you look significantly worse. And I understand there probably was people taking this drama too far, doing things like harassing her or sending terrible messages, and none of that is ever deserved. Those people are actual degenerate chuds if they take it that far, but this was not the way to go about responding to it, and her reputation rightfully took it.
I think if you do false DMCA strikes, you're actually just a legitimate piece of shit.
A hit because of it. And speaking of not looking good, that leads on to what happened recently, which was view-botting allegations. Now,
they're not allegations, they're confirmed.
The act of artificially inflating the view count of your streams has been looked down on for years. It's seen as fake, petty, and in some cases, cheating.
If you hate view botters, though, you're gonna have to hate everybody who's in the top, like, 1,000 on Twitch. Because they're all view-botting, guys. And I'm sorry to tell you that, they really are.
It's never really looked good, and it's never been easy to 100% prove someone is doing it. But people usually look for indicators like their chat, where it's said if they have an outrageous number like 50,000 people watching and their chat is dead, that is a sign of view-botting. But admittedly,
So the other thing with view-botting is there's view bots and there's chat bots, which I've made it very clear. Chat engagement isn't necessarily a direct indicator on what's an authentic stream or not, due to the fact that all of the people who view bot will also use chat bots as well in order to have fake engagement in the chat and fake engagement for the numbers, obviously.
if it's a VTuber or the average just chatting
Maybe they're all Indians? True.
streamer, that makes sense, because most of their audience hasn't mastered their one-handed typing skill yet, and you can also look at their stream stats to see if it looks unorganic. But you still can't 100% prove it unless their interaction with the view-botting service is exposed or they just straight up admit to it. And recently, view-botting is becoming more of a talked about topic in the streaming space. There's more people being accused of it, and some are even now saying it's essential for becoming a big streamer. And
dude, becoming a big streamer on Twitch, you have to view bot, you have to chat bot, and you have to clip farm. You have to. You have to hire a clip farming service, because then any untalented piece of shit can get an audience. And that's how FaZe blew up. I'm just being completely legitimate here.
that view-botting is becoming more acceptable on things like Twitch, because currently they're not really cracking down on it despite saying they would.
And they won't, because if they do, it's the destruction and the death of their own site.
However, it's still looked down upon, and if you're caught red-handed doing it, you're going to get a lot of shit. But how does Emily come into this? Well, on stream, when she was looking through her Chrome tab, she briefly flashes a website used for view-botting and then continues with her stream.
Oh, this is Emily. Have you met her?
Yes, Chris!
Oh.
Now, the reason given for this at the time was that it was a pop-up on a website that she clicked on earlier, specifically the website for the 6-7 challenge, which just proves we are declining as a species, but some would say they couldn't even reproduce that specific pop-up, and that tab highlighted was in incognito mode, and when she was doing the challenge, it was in a normal tab, so the pop-up would have been there, not in an incognito tab. People would quickly start accusing her of view-botting, and some would even look at her stats saying it didn't look too good.
Well, if I pull this up, she's not even botting. Like, if you look at a handful of these streams, like I looked at this before, this is not that. Well, actually, this one is pretty. This does look. This one does look pretty bad.
That is the funniest clip I've ever seen, bro. It's so good every time.
This one does look kind of. Does not look good.
Apparently, even a mod of the website released a screenshot showing she had bought the view bots, but this screenshot hasn't been verified, so take it with a grain of salt. It could be fake. But if you thought once again this couldn't get any worse, you were wrong. Again, because it was then discovered a member of a Reddit page that circulated mainly streamer news and drama was deleting posts regarding Emily and the accusation of view-botting, whilst also spreading the cover story that it was a pop-up ad to try and protect Emily, because they were a loyal viewer of hers with thousands of messages in her chat, and the other mods of the page would eventually release a statement and remove him as a result. But this didn't help things at the time for Emily. Along with this and the view-botting allegation, even if it wasn't 100% proven she was view-botting, it still had a significant effect on her reputation, especially since this was also around the time the MrBeast thing was happening. And with the streams that followed, she wouldn't directly address the view-botting claims, but would instead get emotional with all the hate she was receiving, and multiple times says she's thinking about quitting.
It's just too much for me to handle. I just can't do it. I just need either like a break, or I need to change careers or something. Like I genuinely did have thoughts like the past 2 days to just stop streaming. Like this is just genuinely.
Well, then just do it. Who cares? You have your money. Like, you don't need more. You have easily enough to retire and just chill. You know, Emily, you're like what, 28? Take one of those streamers from your death note, go have kids with them, ignore the industry. Who cares? Bro, you have made your money. Now go live your life and enjoy it, okay? Streaming fucking sucks sometimes, bro. Just go live your life. Live a normal life. Have some kids, find a nice husband, and enjoy the world. It's really that easy. It's not that big a deal. You know, if it's causing them stress, then fuck it. Just stop. You have the ability to stop at any time. You are loaded.
How I feel. That's why I'm trying to go to therapy and work it out and like not care as much, or like maybe I can find like a different thing that I can do with my life because I'm just not happy. Like it's true. Like
since then,
holy tweaking the fuck out.
She has taken a break from streaming, with her return as of this video being in a week or two. But from what I can see, the attention and allegations surrounding her hasn't died down completely.
MrBeast, how are you?
I'm not supposed to be live?
I thought you said I can go live in 15 minutes. I ruined everything? Chat, did you guys hear that?
In conclusion, does Extra Emily deserve the criticism thrown her way in certain situations?
I mean, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Everybody does, 100%.
Yes.
The only person who doesn't deserve the criticism is me. I swear to God, bro, I'm the most mischaracterized motherfucker on this entire platform. And I'll be real, I don't think the truth will ever get out there for like another 10 to 20 years. The truth ain't ever gonna be heard for another 2 decades. Maybe some of you guys will hear the truth in 2 fucking decades of what actually happened. But I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. And I accept that and I say, okay, is what it is. But, hey, I'm a multimillionaire, so who gives a fuck? I will be okay. It is what it is. But I look forward to that day. Although I'll probably completely forget by that time because I have 3 beautiful children, a loving wife, a wonderful home, and I'll be jacked as f. And that'll be after I get the boxing match with Hassan where I beat his ass in the ring. That's gonna be lit.
Like when it came down to not paying her parents, her DMCA.
But man, bro, I look forward to the day where I get to write a book about all the bullshit that I went through. I wonder if people will read it. I bet that shit would go crazy. Asmongold will still be streaming by then, so he'll probably cover it. But man, 20 years from now, that shit's gonna go crazy. And that's the type of shit that motivates me. I'll always have something to look forward to. It's great. And I will persist, like I always do.
Post critical of her lack of awareness, like when she's driving, because fucking hell. But I think in a lot of these situations she doesn't intend to cause harm. I think she's just naive, or some may argue in the heat of the moment, a bit dumb. Except for the parents thing, she should have really paid them back without needing the internet to shit on her first. And again, she should not have DMCA'd those posts. With the criticism towards her personality and the way she acts, I mean, yeah, it can be perceived as annoying or even childish.
Yep.
But fake, you can't.
If you go on stream and you're fake, you can't complain about being called fake and annoying as fuck. That's not how this works.
Really say for certain, and there is only so much you can know about a streamer. It might be her actual personality, as she says. And once again, there is always the argument that most streamers do the same thing. And with the whole viewbotting thing, that still hasn't been confirmed in my opinion. It's still up in the air. Admittedly, it doesn't look the best that she stopped streaming around when these allegations came out. However, with all that said, it's not like she's irredeemable. I don't think she's fully condemned her streaming career because of all the things she's done. But she definitely needs to learn how to deal with criticism when these things happen and learn from these events, and she might
just lock the fuck in, stop being a bitch and go live. You're fine. Extra Emily's annoying as shit, but she's like a barely harmless, she's like a harmless individual. Who cares? Just quit the DMCA, quit the view bots, and drop the act, and you're fine. You're good to go. All right? You're good. You're a woman. You have it easy. Now start acting like it. And you're a multimillionaire. Shut up. Like, comment, subscribe.